Hey everyone, and welcome to this Get Good at Business highlight with Sharon Beecher. I am your host, Taylor Proctor, your business coach and I Move method, here to help you get good at business so you can get back into why you got into business in the first place. Here we do everything through the proprietary I Move method, which stands for intuition, marketing, operations, velocity, and execution. And I'm so excited to be joined today by Sharon and diving into her use of I Move in her business. So she has made it her mission to try and help heal the world by getting back to the traditional ways of healing through sound frequencies, energy, and vibrations. She spent her whole life in the field of wellness, and she grew up with parents who were Western medicine practitioners. After being diagnosed with a chronic autoimmune disorder at the age of 25, she searched and searched for alternative ways to heal the mind, body, and spirit. She's a licensed massage therapist with 18 years of specializing in holistic wellness. Sound therapy, crystal healing, energy healing, and massage work have become her go-to wellness modalities for herself and for everyone she loves and works with. She also just recently launched a line of products, and she wants people to understand that they have so much more in their power in their own healing than they realize. With the use of her products, she believes that people can transform their lives with sound therapy in the comfort of their home. So Sharon, thank you so much for joining us today and being willing to share a little bit more about you and your business.
So happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Love it. All right, so let's dive in first and foremost into your background, right? So what motivated you from transition from those traditional Western medicine, especially with parents, right? So in that your whole life, from traditional Western medicine to holistic wellness, and how has that personal health journey, the autoimmune disease, et cetera, really influenced your business choices?
Yeah, so I originally thought I wanted to be a Western practitioner. I thought I was going to be a nurse just like my parents. I was a CNA for a while and I did work in that field, but there was something about it that just didn't really zing my heart the way that I thought it would. I know that my purpose was to help people, though. I just knew that. I've always felt that way. Even as a child, though, I would say I want to be a music therapist. That was actually one of the things that I said I wanted to be, even young. But that required a lot of math, and I hate math. So I decided against going into the music field in college. So I started having kids really young. I had a really interesting life growing up, being sick with, you know, just a lot of things where you had to be put on antibiotics and things like that. And by the time I'm 25 years old and I've had 3 kids, my immune system just completely crashed on me. And I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, which is a very debilitating joint disorder. The medications that the doctors put me on would help get rid of the pain, but made me feel worse in every other way. I gained weight. I was so fatigued. I would get sick very easily because my immune system was so low. And I have these 3 little babies at home who are germ monsters, you know? And so I was constantly ill and just couldn't recover quickly. And I just knew that I couldn't live my life this way. They told me I'd have to be on medications for the rest of my life. And I was like, well, I probably won't have a very long life then because this is absolutely miserable. So I really started my holistic journey around age 27. I was already a massage therapist. I was a massage therapist before I was diagnosed. And I did already tap into a little bit of the holistic side of medicine, but it wasn't my background. My background came from medicine, Western medicine. But just kind of just trusting my body and my intuition about knowing that this isn't the way I'm going to get better. I started searching many other ways and I went into nutrition. I got better with nutrition and herbs and different things like sound baths and lots of alternative ways. And I've tried so many. There's been so many over the years. I'm always learning. I'm just like a sponge for learning alternative ways of medicine. And just within probably the last 2 years, I really started diving back into ancient medicine, like sound. Sound was really one of the first medicines, I think. If you really think about like nature, we go out in nature when we don't feel good. Those are just frequencies, birds, bees, purring of a cat. That's frequency that is healing for our bodies. And I don't think people even recognize that, but they know they feel better when they're out in nature. So I really just started to dive into that and get into things like meditation and retraining my mind and my body on how to heal on its own, because we are so powerful and we can do so much for ourselves. And as a massage therapist, I'm always trying to teach people new ways to help themselves as well. It's like, yeah, I want to see you and I want to help you, but I also want you to know how to help yourself, because really, I don't want you to have to come to me. Like, I want to help you, but it shouldn't be like you have to come forever and ever and ever. That's not the goal.
Right. That's
so
amazing.
I had taken like a sound certification course and really started diving into things like solfeggio frequencies and just different healing frequencies. We all probably heard of Nikola Tesla and his theory behind frequency healing and vibrations and energy, as basically that is what everything is in life. That's his theory, and I kind of agree with it. So that's where I've taken myself and I've just dived down into all of that. And I'm also a very intuitive person, and I get what I call spiritual guidance on a regular basis. So I had been like looking at meditation tools because I get busy brained and I really wanted to be better at meditation. And this chair came up. It was called like a vibroacoustic cushion. It was made by a company called In Harmony. So I clicked on it and I was like, that's awesome. What's this about? So I start looking at that and I was like, this is amazing, except that I don't love that you have to have the headphones with it, because everything I've learned about sound is that it should be immersive. You should have it throughout your body. Yeah. So I was like, well, that's cool, but what else is there? So then I really just started searching like what is out there on the market as far as vibroacoustics goes. And now we already know that Western medicine uses vibroacoustic. They have the Rife machine, which breaks up kidney stones and things like that. They have ultrasound, that's frequency healing, that's diagnostic tool, but it's still frequency. So we have lots of things that use frequency for medicine already. Right. But I wanted to know, like, okay, what else? What else is out there? So I just really started like searching, and every product that I could come across was cool. I mean, they had awesome benefits, maybe very similar, but let's say In Harmony's product, they have maybe like 15 songs programmed into their sound lounge, and it's the ones they pick for you. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool, but like, I want to pick my own. And I don't want to wear headphones. Still, right. I don't want to wear headphones. So there was two things that I couldn't find on the market, and that was something you did not have to use headphones for, and also player's choice. I wanted to be able to use Spotify, YouTube, or iTunes. Like, I can find my music. There's so much out there. I want to be able to play all of it. Or also, what if I don't want to play that kind of music? I want to play like my EDM music. That's really, whatever. And so I wanted it to be like multifunctional. And so there just wasn't anything like that. And so I just kind of was in my journal one day and I was just writing, and I just kind of got a vision for it. I was like, I think I could just create this. It's not out there, so let me just create it. And I have a husband who's an absolute genius. He's been in so many different fields: electronics, construction, mechanics. He has a little bit of knowledge on a lot of things. So I kind of took my drawing up to him and I was like, hey, this is what I need it to do. I want it to be player's choice. It needs to be able to play all the solfeggio frequencies, but also maybe some bass tones, and maybe also just whatever music we want. Like, I don't want it just to be like these 12 songs. So can you make it happen? And he's like, sure, no problem. And 2 weeks later, we had our first vibroacoustic sound table, which was a massage table. Oh. And I really wanted that because I wanted it for my massage practice, because I was thinking, whoa, if I can incorporate vibroacoustics in with my physical massage, I can now start treating the body more on a cellular level, on an energetic level, and on a spiritual level. I get to treat the body very holistically if I can incorporate this with physical massage. Uh-oh, I lost you. Oh, there
I'm still here.
Okay. And so that's where we went. And that was just last February. So just since then, we've really been trying to get our name out there, our brand out there. We're still just a local small company. So really we're not ready to ship yet. So we do mostly local.
So local to where?
Anywhere probably in Utah.
Okay, awesome.
Because like anywhere we can deliver. So probably, you know, I mean, we can deliver all the way as far as St. George.
Okay, very cool. We just have members from in our group and listeners from all over the world. So,
oh yeah,
locally
we
that
will get to a point where we're going to be shipping. We're hoping this will be within this year.
Oh, wonderful.
As of right now, it's kind of more local because we've been doing more of the beta testing.
That makes a lot of sense. So you've mentioned you're an intuitive person. You knew that you would have something to do with sound and you would be a healer. So how has or is intuition playing a role in the services and products you're offering today?
I think intuition plays probably the biggest role for me because I have gotten myself so acquainted with all of the sounds that I use, all of the solfeggio frequencies. I use them daily myself, and I'm doing 5 massages a day with frequency. So you can imagine the amount of time I spend in the music. Well, it's getting to where now I can get a client on my table and I just touch them. I just have their energy field and I'm like, oh, I know what frequency you need, and I can just stick them right on it. But I do this for anyone who even purchases one of our products because they'll call me and they'll say, this is what's going on in my life. What frequency do you recommend? Yeah. And I send them playlists. They have all the music that I've tried and true, with my clients and myself, but they don't have to use what I send them. They can look up whatever they want, but I try to educate everyone and say, oh yeah, this is really good for this frequency. So intuition I really have to use my intuition a lot there, I feel like.
I love that. And I think too, so I know too. So part of iMove is the I is always first, because intuition, when you're taking aligned and congruent action, that is when you can take massive marketing movement, right? You can make that. And so now that we've established intuition is like the most important thing and it's guiding so much of your business, how is it helping guide like the unique marketing strategies you're using to promote your sound therapy and holistic healing products?
I think I tap into that a lot. Like even if I'm seeing something like your post on Facebook about who wants to do this, I tap into my intuition. Is this something that would be beneficial to help market our business? Yeah, I think so. Let's go there. Let's try that. Or, maybe I've set up a booth somewhere. I'm not always called to set up a booth places. I just trust my intuition. Just recently, I did a spirit spa retreat where I took my table and a chair for foot zoning. And again, I didn't know if I was going to take them, but I trusted intuition that day. And it was like, yeah, take it. You need it. So I use intuition a lot for it.
And so the marketing strategies are really those intuitive led, who to connect with, where to show up, what to bring type of things.
Yeah. Is this the best modality of how I want to share my business? Because for me, it's not always just about money either. Like I really want people to understand that my goal here is really to get education to people, empower people to really know that they have so much more to do with their own wellness than any other person can possibly know for them. And their own intuition needs to play a role too, because if they're coming in here and they're like, I don't know, that just doesn't feel right to me, then let's not do it. That's your intuition saying, no, I don't think so. Not for me.
That's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about like operational processes. Like what operational processes have you established to be able to manage your business and businesses, right? Because you've just launched and done the beta program and you've been an ongoing massage therapist for 18 years, right? So what operational processes have you put in place to manage your businesses effectively?
I love to be just personal with my clients. So everyone has my phone number. I respond to messages and texts and Instagrams. I use Jotform for sending client intake, which I've really actually liked, because it used to have to be clients would need to show up and then they'd fill out their intake forms and all of that. And I'd have to spend, 20 minutes going over it before even starting with a client. I love Jotform. Is probably one of my favorite things that I found recently, because now I can just send over anyone's information, have them understand what vibroacoustics are. If they have any allergies to vibrations or sounds, I will know it long before they get here. And then as well as just anything else I need to know about them, I will know before I even touch them, which is amazing. So I love Jotform. That's probably my favorite.
Perfect. So what strategies are you implementing to provide some velocity and growth to your businesses?
I'm really just trying to get more outreach. I want to reach more of the public. And so this year, I think we're going to try to really get maybe more. Well, we just opened our website, so that's helpful. We just finally got that up and running. So sharing that, I doing things like this where I'm talking on social media or anywhere else anyone wants to listen to me. And I'm still a practicing massage therapist, so I am constantly educating people as they're on my table. Oh, what is this? And I get to say, oh, this is my product. I created this. My husband and I have this small business. If you know anyone who's interested in, send them my way. Let them, I do demos for people. If they want to come try it out, they can have a free demo. So I'm always just trying to do things like that right now, but I'm always open to new opportunities as well.
Yeah, so cool. So it sounds like, right, that's the direction. You've just gotten out of beta, launched your website, which is linked in the description of this live. But so is that the current focus and initiative for your business moving in towards 2024?
Yeah, I think the focus this year is the vibe business, the vibroacoustics, really getting people to understand what sound healing can do for them and educate. So even on our website, we have a lot of links to so people can like see the studies that are done. There's books on it. There's a lot of information out there for sound healing very specifically and vibroacoustics. So I'm not the only company out there. I'm not, it wasn't my idea. It's just this is my rendition of it.
Yeah. And you saw the gap and you filled that with a product that allows for the not needing headphones and to be able to pick the music. That's awesome.
And we wanted it to also be something that was affordable to most people. Like every product that I found out there was like $5,500. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome. But also, what can we do in order to make it affordable for everyone, ourselves and everyone, because we want really to heal the world. That is our goal.
Amazing. So where people can go to find out more is soulvibeshealing.com. And that's where you have your vibroacoustics, the chair, the massage table, all those things you've talked about. But then they can also follow you on Instagram for more of that education piece to soul_vibes_healing, correct?
Oh, it's soul_vibes_massage for Instagram.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So soul_vibes_massage to get more of that educational content from Sharon. So Sharon, thank you so much for joining us today and for being so candid and open about your business journey and experience and how you utilize intuition to support your marketing, to give you good operational processes, to create that velocity and to execute with ease. So if everyone listening, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned. We will have more interviews and Get Good at Business highlights in the coming weeks. And again, Sharon, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.